Yeah, we really hungry, Jack. We starving. If I run your stash, I'm sorry. It was up, Shamancy jarring. Running up a new back, cathartic. Blue hunted like Avatar. It's another one, Barry Bonds. Big bundle of cash, what I need. It ain't good, the stamp ain't on it. Shit running the way it's designed. Had to run a full campaign on them. Tapping in with the 10K soldiers. Can't hold it the weight no longer. In the field, don't wait around. Ain't gonna be no two ways about it. Hold your own, no hanging out. I know what I need, I can't sit down. You should have signed, I was trained to scout. Feels too wide, just weaving by. Can't let a fuck nigga do me foul. I put on my life as the paper route. They hit my line when they need a job. Baby, I'm not finna lead you on and dashing lame. You can leave me out. Pressure was high, just made a jump. I know I figure it out. Only some trees and all went fine and everything swinging below the belt. So we gon' blitz him, it's only fair. Hope you sinking to save yourself. I went too far to come up. I went too far to come up for air. Yeah. Tony. Incredible. Incredible. So yeah, man, I just found out that firstly let me start at the beginning. So my homie, right, meccamind, that I often talk about on my main channel, I think, or like the one that I often reference in like my cartoons and stuff. He's doing a show at one of the bigger thingamajigs, one of the bigger events in my country, rocking the daisies, namely, you know. It's funny. Just today I was helping him out with some promo videos. I was just editing stuff for him, you know, that he can post on social media to get hype up and whatnot, you know, and awareness up. Yeah, he's doing that in like a couple of days actually. And I presumed it was in Cape Town. I presumed it was somewhere like in a major city, obviously, you know. And I was like, okay, cool. Homie's just gonna do a show there. He usually does shows over there in Cape Town and like Johannesburg and all these other major cities and stuff, right? He's an upcoming artist, like truly upcoming, not just for this, you know. Not we're not just gonna slap upcoming on there. Like he's truly upcoming, you know. And yeah, he does shows there and stuff. So I just thought this was gonna be one of those cases where okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to pitch up because it's in a different city and whatnot. Until I saw another friend, you know, repost Mecca's story, I guess, or like repost the poster, the one that depicts Mecca as one of the acts for the event that I'm talking about. And in his caption, he mentioned my city. In fact, the caption was just the name of my city. He just put there Bloemfontein with a bunch of exclamation marks. And then I started scratching my head. I was like, what does he mean? Is it in Bloemfontein? What do you mean by that? Because I presumed this was like elsewhere, much like everything else is, you know. So I was prompted by that to go to Google and punch in Rocking the Daisies, the event that I'm talking about, just to see if there are like any Bloemfontein shows, you know. There were none. I don't know why he posted that, but then I did find that. That's why I opened with the Earl song. That's why I opened this video with the Earl song. I did find that, you know, Earl Sweatshirt apparently, because I didn't know about this. I found out just now when I punched in the event into Google to find out if it's gonna be in my city or not. I found out that, you know, Earl is gonna be performing in Cape Town, Cape of Good Hope. I should have sang that one where he mentioned Cape of Good Hope. But yeah, he does mention a lot of his heritage in the song. So it's not like that was the one song that he mentioned heritage or his father's home, I guess. But yeah, I found out the dude is coming. And if you don't know, I'm a huge Earl Sweatshirt fan. I have been since 2015. It's 2025 now, 10 years. You know. Oh, he's back, yeah, bitch, I got back pain. Ooh. Yeah. I've been holding you right, I've been holding you right, big, I back pain, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Listen. Man, I got back pain. Let me just charge my laptop quickly. Yeah. I've been holding these rats, Big, I got back pain. Ooh wee. JV JV snapped it. Again, like I made a dedicated video to this, like a dedicated short video, a couple second long video to this song and my relationship with his music. I don't listen to his music. I just saw these songs on Instagram and they really appealed to me. So I've been listening to them for like a couple of months straight now. And these are quite literally the only JB songs that I like. And they're considered like his very schizophrenic, very out of his mind, very, scary, alarming songs from him. I quite like them. I don't think there's anything wrong with this dude. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, dude is coming through. I've been a huge fan of his. We all have been. And he's only grown in popularity. Probably why. I don't know if it's the first time he's ever performed in SA, South Africa. But it's certainly the first time I've heard about it. Again, I don't keep up with live music because I'm not anywhere near where it could like occur. So he's coming through, and I don't have the means to go. By that I mean I don't have the dough, obviously. You know what I mean? But I'm choosing not to be upset about it. I'm choosing not to be upset about that because I could sit here and beat myself up and talk about how I've been a fan of this dude for like over a decade and whatnot. And the one time that I'm aware that he's coming through to come to my city, I just can't go. And I could sit here and just mope and feel bad for myself, take off to the moon. 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 Yeah. I could do that. Or I could look at it from a futuristic perspective, which is one that I'm truly trying to hone in on because I've been living in the present for far too long. I need to see the future. So I need to think about how in the near future, hopefully, or hopefully, I'll be in the position where I could fly to his, his country. You know what I'm trying to say, like his home, and see him in his own, home state, home country, whatever. That's one way I'm trying to look at it right now. I might not be able to see him now because of financial constraints and whatnot. But soon I'll be in the position where I can see him as often as I want, wherever around the world. If he goes to flipping Europe, I'll be in the position to fly to Europe. He doesn't necessarily have to perform in his home country of the US for me to see him, or he doesn't necessarily have to perform in my country of South Africa for me to see him. I'll be in the position where I could see him on Mars, bro. And that's how I need to think about this. And I'm glad to say to you that I'm taking the steps towards that, I'm taking the steps towards that. I finally got an email back from one of the professors, and I think he's the HOD. So it quite literally took the head of the department for me to get an email back. Not a quote unquote doctor, not a quote unquote professor, not a quote unquote lecturer. It took the head of the department for an email to be returned. Quite sad, actually. But yeah, I got an email back. Ooh. I can tell you meet the Emmy. I can tell you sit off at me. I can tell you pissed off at me. I can tell you pissed off at me. I can tell you lift off at me. I can tell you lift off at me. You just wanna pop off at me. My phone's running out of storage, so I'm gonna have to probably do a part 2 to this. So let me just do that quickly.